Welcome to the Photo Brew. I'm Manny.
I'm David.
And it's not in Spanish today.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, well, he doesn't speak Spanish. I do.
Yeah, I know.
And we're still drinking coffee.
Thanks, Dad. I'm just kidding. He actually listens.
Oh, okay.
He'll probably be like, what?
Hi, Manny's dad.
I'll get a call.
It's like,
what do you mean? I try to teach you Spanish. You didn't learn, cabron.
Pulls out the chancla.
Serious.
Oh, man. Like, it's funny how that the whole chancla thing is just so synonymous in Mexican culture.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, you misbehave, you're going to get the chancla.
Yeah. My favorite are like when you see the videos where they freaking chuck it, it's all boomerang.
No, not gonna lie, my mom, when we were kids and like we would misbehave, she would like, not hard, but she would chuck the chancla at us. I swear to God, that thing was like heat seeking, man, because they would always find us. Just whack us somewhere.
She got good at freaking ricocheting off of the wall to hit you still.
Actually, one time, my sister was misbehaving and she threw the chancla and it ricocheted off of the, because we were outside, and it ricocheted off the boiler and smacked my sister in the face. It was the funniest shit ever. Yeah, like...
Good times.
Yeah, good times. Misbehaving. We do not condone child abuse.
Yes.
Just putting it out there because people are going to be like, oh my God.
Oh, man.
It's like, you ain't Mexican, man. You don't understand.
Yeah. Why are you crying? Like George Lopez.
Dude, classic George Lopez, man. Did I ever tell you I met him?
Oh, no.
Okay, so this is back when, like, I forget which CD. It was Team Leader came out.
Okay.
It was back in the era of CDs, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. It's
what are those?
It's like this compact disc of some sort. Then you put in this thing and it spins.
Oh, man. A record?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Laser disc?
But he was having a signing at the Kmart that used to be by my house. Man. Yeah, Kmart. Actually, the only Kmart that I know that's still around here is up in Big Bear. Like, I don't know if I don't remember if
is it even still there? It might be.
No, it's still there. Like, I remember when I went back in was it March? I was losing my shit because I was like, oh fuck, there's a Kmart here, and I actually parked just to go into it, like the tourist I am. And it's literally like straight out of the 90s. They have everything where you typically would remember stuff for being at a Kmart. They had the blue light special. They even had a Little Caesars. What? And I was just like,
fuck
what
it, let's
years?
go.
Dude, let's do it.
Let's go in October. We're going to put something on layaway just to do it.
And never pick it up. But yeah, going back to the George Lopez thing. So the second CD came out. And he was having to sign in at Kmart of all places. So it was like my mom and I were huge fans of his. And so we went and we got to meet him.
That's awesome.
It was such like a cool experience as a kid to see somebody that, you know, I think really put a lot of the Latino culture, especially more so the Mexican culture, up in the forefront. Yeah. You know, a lot of the stuff he talked about, like, oh yeah, feeling sick, drink 7-Up. It actually works. Yeah. You know, you're feeling sick, put some Vicks on. Yeah. Like a lot of the stuff that he would make fun of, like more so specifically Mexican people, like his culture, is a lot of the stuff that like you and I probably had happened in our families at one point. And so that's what makes it funny because it's actually true. But good times.
Oh man. So yeah, this coffee is awesome. We're both on our fourth cups?
Yeah.
Fifth cups?
Yeah, so for those of you listening and watching, we typically record like 2 to 3 episodes in one session, so that's why we usually just drink the same coffee.
Next time we're gonna fool you. We're gonna bring multiple t-shirts and we're just gonna swap them out.
But if you're listening, you don't even have to know.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll sit where Manny's sitting and he'll be over here. It's like, oh, just to...
Yeah, we're just gonna swap some shit.
Actually,
we're gonna change the color lights.
Because that's gonna make my life editing a lot harder.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that Sony's coming out with a new camera, the A7C, which is, I guess, is a full frame, like... a like 6600 style camera. So it's like
is that the one that Jared Pullen's like talking shit on? Yeah, it's on that body. Is like, really? You're gonna put it in that fucking body?
I like when I was in back when I was like shopping for Sony cameras. This back when I was considering switching it before I bought the A7R3. I was looking at I think it was like the A50. I don't even know their fucking numbers. 5500, whatever the model was at the time. And I like how small it was, but it's just like when I actually tried it, I was like, oh man, like you can't see shit in the viewfinder. Fuck. And it's so it's like I don't really see it working on a full frame, especially if the viewfinder is gonna be really really small. Yeah. But I mean, hey, it's cool that they're finally making a full frame that small. It might be smaller than the RP actually. I don't even know.
Just fucking take it out and leave it as screen. Make it a beginner full frame.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do we need viewfinders if you're like just starting? Do you want to just do the whole like Manny Ortiz thing?
Yeah.
And just have somebody like Jared just shit on you for it. But yeah, so that, and then supposedly Canon's coming out with an R5S, which is supposedly going to have a 90 megapixel sensor.
Wow.
And I don't know who the fuck needs 90 megapixels. Also, if it's double the resolution of the R5, does that mean it's going to overheat twice as fast?
Well, are they going to sell it as a video camera or
I
a
don't know.
photography camera? They need to like...
They really need a...
I think they need to do kind of like what Sony's doing and make one just strictly video and one strictly photography.
Yeah, because if they do that, I don't think they would have a lot of the issues that we're having with like the R6. Like the R6, I just had, I mentioned last episode, I did the firmware update.
Mm-hmm.
It still overheats. I could definitely use it a little bit longer before it overheats, but it's like at this point, it's like it comes with the fucking packaging. Like I really don't give a shit. And even then, the 1080p footage out of it looks really good.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't know. Maybe when they fix the problems with the R5, because I heard that they did fix like indoor stuff. I don't know if they're gonna do the outdoor like temperatures, but I think if they get it to a point where somebody can actually use that as their B cam, like people who are actually serious with video, then I think it'd definitely be worth it. If they're not gonna do two separate cameras, they should at least make it to where if somebody's having that as their B cam and that's what they want as their B cam, fucking give it to them. I mean, they're spending the money for it.
I'm actually excited for the rumored C70, which is like their RF cinema camera, which I really hope is true because I could I just can't imagine how good it's gonna look with the RF lenses.
Yeah, especially since they're trying to like really push the RF line, because those lenses, fuck man, like
they're expensive. We need more cheaper lenses.
But it's crazy because like the cameras are so good that even with vintage lenses, the pictures are fucking clear. Like the one I posted today of my dogs, that one was with the Helios lens, and I didn't center them, and it still came out tack sharp. And I'm like, that lens is known for the center being the sharpest.
It's crazy how good
like
that
soft.
lens is. And it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine they made an autofocus version of it. Like, how big would it be?
Yeah.
Especially because what is it, like a 1.4?
No, it's a 2.
Oh, an f2. Okay.
Yeah, it's an f2.
Okay, so yeah, probably the actual like lens mount or lens element probably wouldn't be that big.
Yeah, but I'm sure they make them. I mean, I think people take those lenses and they like deconstruct them and they just build a new housing for it. I know I've seen it for the cinema line of it. They've actually built cinema like bodies for it. I don't know if they have any that are autofocus. I mean, probably you can get them a dime a dozen for like $40.
That's true.
There's somebody on, I think I was telling you guys on YouTube who's taking them apart, and I guess around the lens they have like a black paint on the actual side of the lens. He removes that and he puts different colors. He'll put like a red or a blue or a yellow, and it affects the flare. So when he puts them back together, they look cool because they fucking glow when you're looking at them through the light.
That's dope.
But it affects the color of the flare. So when you're taking a picture in direct sunlight, it'll change the color of the flare to like that yellow tint or the red tint.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's really cool because it gives that lens a whole new like life.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like that you can just buy those cheap ass lenses. They easily come apart because I think there's only like 3 elements in them.
Oh, okay.
And you just have to know the order they go back in, and that's it. Like, it's fucking cool.
That's dope. But with that, let's talk about today's topic. So I kind of wanted to talk about this today just because I was telling you, like, someone, I did one of those, like, ask me a question on Instagram.
No, okay.
And someone asked a really good question, which is, what motivates you? So I think, first off, thank you for that question, person. I forgot the person's name already. But thank you, person.
Yes, person.
And
hopefully you watch this or listen to this.
Yeah, so hopefully. But so I definitely feel like that's a good thing we could definitely talk about, especially right now with how this year's been. It's like
non-stop.
It's like someone just wrote the most epic, like,
fucked up movie
that you could think of, and like here we go. Man. So because there's been a lot of like trial and tribulations this year with just everything, and it's not even with the election coming up. It's just everything this year. Yes. So definitely, I think it's something that we could definitely touch on and ask, like, what keeps you motivated. So we'll start with you. So what helps you stay motivated?
What keeps me motivated, and I'm gonna say it in a business sense first, not just the art sense, because the art sense is more personal for me. Um, so the business sense is family. So my family, I just want to provide for them. I want to give them a life that I didn't have. I would like, I mean, that's why I work and they do photography on the side. It's just, I just want to bring in extra income. Yeah. So it's basically to provide for them. I definitely have my goals. You know, I want a house to where I can have this studio in, so I don't have to drive to it. I can have everything just set up the whole time, and just David come over and boom, we're there. You know, everything's already just stationary.
I'm just gonna live there, by the way. I'm just gonna live. I'll live in like the storage closet.
It'll have AC.
Oh yes, thank God.
But yeah, it's so it's basically just, I'm very goal driven when it comes to providing for my family. Yeah. So when it comes to the business aspect of it, that's that. And then as far as art goes, it's mainly for me because kind of helps. I've dealt with depression. Yeah. Growing up, so when I get in my weird moods and I get like in like my depressed moods, the art definitely draws me out of that. So having something to create, and that's, I mean, I've played music all my life. So before it was music, and then because I've moved around over, you know, the past couple years and my studio's here, driving somewhere when I'm motivated, by the time I get there, it's gone. Okay. So that's why I haven't really created much music lately. So when I turned to photography full time for my creative outlet, that's why, like, now whenever I get in that mood, I can pick up my camera and I can go. Yeah. I can go take pictures somewhere. If I'm at home, I can just find something to take a picture of. I could take pictures of the dogs, you know, of my kids. So when it comes to the art side of things, it's mainly for me, and then business aspect is for my family. So that's kind of what I have for that.
That's pretty good, man. Like, so, it's cool to, and it's really nice to hear kind of like how everyone's perspective is on like what motivates you. And, you know, it's cool to see that you're very like family oriented, family driven. I'm kind of the opposite on that aspect. It's not necessarily like I don't want to provide for my family. You know, I'm grateful that I am able to book gigs and provide what I can to, like, you know, help pay the rent, you know, because I still live with my mom and my sister. And you know, kind of like take care of myself, and not really rely on somebody else to like put food on the table. And, you know, obviously I contribute what I can, but I think the for me the big thing that really motivates me is my dad. So like I was telling you during the break, that he passed away 4 years ago, and it's because of him I actually picked up a camera. He was a photographer in the film era, not anything like special. He wasn't professional or anything. He just bought a camera and just kind of like a really like hobbyist or enthusiast.
Oh, okay. So it was something that he enjoyed.
Yes. Yeah. And like he would always get mad when I would play with the camera and waste film, because film's expensive. Yeah. And you can't really know, like, you don't know how the photos are going to turn out back then. Like, you had to wait till you get them developed, and then you get to see them, like, oh shit, this is out of focus. But it's because of that experience I actually was exposed to photography at an early age, and it wasn't until like 2013 that I started really getting into it. And but when he passed away 4 years ago, that was kind of like a real like hard reality check. Like, hey, everyone dies at some point. And so for me, that helps me stay motivated, because it's like, okay, like, what can I do today that if I were to say go out with a bang tomorrow, I would hope I go out with a bang. You know, that I won't have like any regrets behind. So like that's why I really pushed myself to like go out there and like grow my account, take photos, try new things, just because you know, you never know when your time's gonna expire. And, so I feel like that event 4 years ago definitely kind of like shifted my reasons for staying motivated. Because before it was like, you know, I want to do this stuff for like my family and whatnot, but it's just like, no, like, you know, we're all gonna expire someday. So it's like I definitely want to still help the family, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like, what am I leaving behind? Yeah, some of the stuff I asked for myself. So a little morbid, a little depressing. So I do apologize for that, but
no, it's all good.
But that was something that question, what keeps me motivated, really made me think about. I was like, yeah, what does motivate me? And it's like I've always been. And even in my short films, I've even kind of like showcased. I've always been obsessed with the concept of time and death. Actually, like this quote from a video game, I actually have in my upcoming film. It's called it goes. I think it's what was it? It was the rhythm of time and life. It's like both are synonymous with one another. And like earlier this year, I lost my grandma because of COVID. So that's kind of like a very like subtle theme, and I think a lot of my films is running out of time and like death.
Yeah.
Just because I've been around it the last 4 years.
Yeah, and so life just moves so fucking fast, like, and it's like when you have kids, it seems like it goes faster.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have kids, so I wouldn't know. But
like, yeah, like if you know somebody who has kids and you watch those kids grow up like this, it's like, holy shit.
Like I feel like that with my little cousins, my cousin's kids, is like, one of them just graduated high school. I was like, what the fuck, where'd the time go?
Yeah, like even just my nephews. Like I remember just playing with like my nephew as like a baby and like watching like all my nephews now are like 18 years old, over 18 years old. I'm like, man, they're fucking adults now. It's crazy.
It is.
They just, time flew, and like, just to think, like, I remember shit like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy fuck, where did it go?
Yeah, it's like, I was talking to my mom the other day because, 9/11 just recently came up again.
Fucking 19 years.
It's been 19 years, dude. I was 13.
Holy shit, dude. I was in high school.
Yeah, it's, we're not going to, like, go straight into talking about it, but again, like, it's just 19 years, dude. Like, holy fuck. Like, I was in middle school of I think I was in 7th or 8th grade. No, I was 8th grade, and I just remember like just everything changed that day. Everything just felt weird.
Yeah,
going to school and everything. But yeah, it's just like I look back. And I was telling my mom, I was like, yeah, I was 13 back then. I was like, holy shit, where these 19 years ago?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It went by fast, and a lot has changed in 19 years because when that happened, America was a different place.
Oh,
like humanity was like there, and now all of a sudden it's like, fuck you, you have this belief, fuck you. Yeah, like you can't have your own beliefs. There's no hey, okay, you can have your own beliefs, that's cool, let's go have a cup of coffee.
Or
it's
like talk about it. Or there's no middle ground. And like I do agree on some stuff, and we're not trying to make this a political thing.
Yeah.
On some stuff, yeah, there shouldn't be any middle ground. Like racism, non-negotiable.
Yeah.
But if you have a difference in political beliefs, let's say one person believes in this party, the other person believes in that party. Cool. Like I have friends that believe in the opposite of what I believe in, and they're still my friends. We talk about it. We don't get into like stupid arguments over it. We just talk how like you and I talk.
And it's not just politics either. Like it's
cameras, man.
Life, man. Oh yeah, even cameras. Fuck, we just did an episode on that shit. Like it's just. I think the internet's changed people so much because people can talk so much shit and not get their ass beat nowadays. It's like before if you talk shit, you know it was coming, and if you can't defend it,
let's go.
So it's definitely changed. That's exactly why I just troll on like.
That's what I do too, man. like I'll go on Facebook and I'll post stuff that will piss people off left and right.
Yeah.
And same thing on my Instagram. I'll get sassy sometimes and I'll post stuff that'll piss people off, like if they shoot X camera brand or Y camera. Like I remember with the whole Will Smith meme.
Oh yeah.
With the entanglement.
Oh man.
I made one just like for Sony shooters, it's like, oh yeah, when the client asks for something other than teal and orange.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot what I made. I made one for Canon, and I definitely made one for Pentax because everyone shits on Pentax. But yeah, it's just like there's no everything's really just changed.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to what we're talking about with motivation. We'll have a political podcast someday.
Oh man, I don't know if we want to get into that.
Yeah.
We'll just get fucking hate mail and death threats.
Comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, going back to the whole thing with motivation and like, it's always interesting to hear like everyone's story. A lot of people think it's weird that I talk about like my dad's death very openly. It's a traumatic experience. But it's like, yeah, like it's part of life. Like one day we're all we're gonna outlive our parents, as sad and fucked up as it sounds. But that's part of growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, but a lot of that, like for me, my dad's passing, I feel like was the last lesson he taught me, because he never took care of himself. He had a high blood pressure, just lots of like whatever thing you could think of, like he could have medically, like kidney stones, high blood pressure, all this stuff. He had it all, bro.
Man.
Diabetes.
Shit.
But he never took care of himself.
Yeah.
You go to the doctors, they would tell him this and that. Hey, you need to cut back the salt, cut back the sugar. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Or it's the equivalent of like fake news today.
Yeah.
So, but I'm the opposite. Like I exercise a lot. I eat pretty healthy. I try to eat healthy. I have fast food every now and then, but because that's something I saw my dad go leave this world because he neglected his health.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I can't do that. I want to be here for a lot longer than he was.
Yeah.
So I definitely have to take care of myself. So yeah, there's a lot of that stuff like factors into like keeping me motivated. Even with my photography and like some of the client work I'm doing, it's like, yeah, like I go all out. And I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
it's good. Good stuff.
Yeah. We still got time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're always paranoid about us like keep talking and like because all the cameras we're using are Canon cameras. They have a 30-minute record limit. So it's always stressful. We're like, oh shit, are we on time?
Yeah.
Are we under time? Are we over time?
Then I set my phone and it doesn't go off.
Yeah, I know. Like you did that last
we'll put
episode.
a timer for 25 minutes so we know we've got some time after that. And then I look at the phone and it's just black. Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, just really, I think the takeaway you could get from this is find a reason that motivates you, whether it be your family, an event in your life that's happened, like losing a loved one, and let that motivate you. Because especially right now with a lot of the tough times that we're going through, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Especially all of California because everything's on fire. Definitely having that motivation is something you could definitely kind of like return to. And it's like, okay, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks back, I think we talked about how we were both like kind of like in a creative burnout.
Yeah.
So definitely going back to that reason that motivates you is what's going to help you kind of like get out of that mindset and really start creating again.
Yeah. Definitely. And I definitely think that it's just it's all in your mindset. Like if you're going through something, like you said, find that creative push, whatever it is, photography, music, writing, whatever you like, whatever you enjoy, just go all out on it. Like push yourself, because I mean, time's short.
Yeah, man.
And we just gotta push through it. Like figure out what we enjoy and just do it to its fullest.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I would always say, it's like, oh, one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm 30, and it's like, oh fuck, I'm 32 now. So it's just like, where'd that time go?
Could be pushing 40.
Yeah, pushing 40, or one day we're gonna wake up and we're 60.
Fuck, I'm
and
already
like
pushing.
And everything hurts.
I'm already getting closer to 40. I don't like it, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but, I mean, so definitely use your time wisely. And just try new stuff, have fun, enjoy the process is something that a couple of my clients recently have been kind of like really instilling in my head. Just like enjoy the process because it's fun to go through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this is a good spot to stop.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching the Photo Brew, or if you're listening to it.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Follow me on Instagram at DLoVisuals.
Manny Bessero or Howling Boudoir.
Yeah, check out his boudoir stuff because it's really good.
I know I don't push that. I always push my personal Instagram, but not my business. But I mean, if you guys are looking, Howling Boudoir.
Yeah, man, like do it. Got some really good stuff on there. Thank you guys again for listening. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify or wherever you get your
we're on Spotify. We're on iTunes podcast. We're on Anchor. We're on, I think, Breaker.
I've
never heard of Breaker. And now we're finally on Google.
Oh, sweet. So
the day that I talk shit about it, they approved it. So
we gotta talk shit more about other companies. Then, see if they approve us for stuff.
Serious.
Yeah, but yeah.
Come on, Canon, step it up.
Just give us a camera that doesn't overheat, man. Just, that's all we want.
I don't give a fuck if it overheats. Give me the fucking R5.
I'll just take a 1DX. Fuck it.
Or just give me a lens. I mean, I'll take an RF lens.
50 mil.
Yeah. I'm down for a 50.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So bye.
Bye.
Peace.